For your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440. Sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. Home of the Money Today guarantee. They're playing Jingle Bells at Jackson Hewitt. Starting December 11th, get a holiday loan for up to $1,000. Visit jacksonhewitt.com. Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
A cold front came through last night, and that means colder temperatures today and a breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the northwest. Temperatures only getting up to about 55 despite plenty of sunshine today. Tonight will be down to around 31, so frost a good bet under clear skies. Thursday morning, that means a very cold, frosty start. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll get up into the upper 50s with increasing clouds, but it will stay dry. That's your first look forecast. I'm meteorologist Radio 14.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your Wednesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Ringgold. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. McKinnon Toyota has over 100 used cars. They've got to go. Many certified used cars to choose from. Get the brand, make, and model you want. You'll be grinning with McKinnon. Exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning. I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Wednesday. The Republican National Committee will hold its fourth presidential debate tonight. It'll be in Tuscaloosa at the University of Alabama. Just 4 candidates will be on stage tonight. Frontrunner Donald Trump will not be there. That debate starts tonight at 7. You can count on complete coverage on WSFA 12 News. Are you still waiting on that one-time tax rebate from the state of Alabama? The Department of Revenue is telling folks to be patient. Individual tax filers are getting $50. Joint filers are getting $300. The money started going out last Friday, but some folks are still waiting. The Department of Revenue says it's aware of the importance of getting that money as quickly as possible, but also making sure to do it accurately as well. If you're looking to get into the holiday spirit, the city of Prattville is having its Christmas parade.
It would have been better if you gave us the $450 that you said.
That's your news on this Wednesday morning. I'm Judd Davis.
But since I was
WSFA 12 News.
Since I was a little broke yesterday, $150 came in just on time.
Only truth about timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy. You can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop insanity today. Come off this now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-919-1441. 800-919-1441. 800-919-1441.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry. So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before December 15th, and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Remember, December 15th. So save even more. Here's the number. 844-43-BIBLE. 844-43-BIBLE.
Summertime is coming and gone.
There we go.
Here. Now is a great time to update your exterior living space and lock in a big deal during these cooler months. That's right. Not only do we have shades that can help cool your patio, but we have shades that can help keep your patio warm as well. Better designs
That feels
helps
good.
with just the right look and feel for your space. Schedule an estimate or stop by our showroom in Prattville and let our designers walk you through the very latest in beautiful and affordable options. Get started by visiting gojustblinds.com.
Trustworthy, up to date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440.
And here we go. Let's roll.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Whew. Whew.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time to rise and shine this morning, if you can. And now it is time for our daily bread. It is December the 6th, 2023. Today's daily bread is called Saint Nick. Our scripture insight today comes from Matthew 1:18 through 25. But Matthew 1:23 reads, "The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel," which means God with us. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, it is December the 6th, 2023. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And once it's gone, it will never, ever be again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do what you should have done today that you don't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, December the 6th, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do? Well, do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, and reach out and lend a helping hand to someone else. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up, because quitters will never win. And while winners may lose a time or two, they never quit. So don't you. Don't ever quit. Sometimes when it rains outside, I think that's God laughing because you believe that you have a problem that he can't help you with. Nonsense. But use some of that wireless communication. It's been around a long time. It's called prayer. Works every time it's tried. Trust me, I know. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And no matter what happens this day, remember, it is a great day, a wonderful day to be alive. St. Nick, that's our daily bread for this day, December the 6th. We'll be back. Good morning to you.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our Daily Bread. I'm Wynn Collier. Today I'm reading a piece I wrote titled Saint Nick. The person we know as Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick, was born around AD 270 to a wealthy Grecian family. Tragically, his parents died when he was a boy, and he lived with his uncle, who loved him and taught him to follow God. When Nicholas was a young man, legend says that he heard of 3 sisters who didn't have a dowry for marriage and would soon be destitute. Wanting to follow Jesus' teaching about giving to those in need, he took his inheritance and gave each sister a bag of gold coins. Over the years, Nicholas gave the rest of his money away, feeding the poor and caring for others. In the following centuries, Nicholas was honored for his lavish generosity, and he inspired the character we know as Santa Claus. While the glitz and advertising of the season may threaten our celebrations, the gift-giving tradition connects to Nicholas, and his generosity was based on his devotion to Jesus. Nicholas knew that Christ enacted unimagined generosity, bringing the most profound gift, God. Jesus is God with us, and he brought us the gift of life. In a world of death, he saves his people from their sins. When we believe in Jesus, sacrificial generosity unfolds. We tend to others' needs, and we joyfully provide for them as God provides for us. This is St. Nick's story, but far more, this is God's story. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 to 25. This is how the birth of Jesus the Messiah came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him, and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. Let's pray. God, we want to be generous, but we often don't feel it. Help us to practice true generosity like you do. In Jesus' name, amen. Today's encouragement was provided by our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine. Hey, no PT today, but we're taking the rest of the month off of PT, okay? Okay, we do PT Friday, but not today. Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. You're wasting daylight. To the sun. Don't sweat. Down it. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on.
Driving on.
Driving on.
Driving on.
All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on.
Driving on.
Early one morning.
In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow.
All the way.
Time to rise and shine. If you can look up, you ought to be able to get up. At least try to anyway. Time to rise. Come on up. You're wasting daylight. Wasting daylight. Time to go to work. Airborne. All the way. All right then. No PT today, so we are going to, although we are going to spend some of this time and honor our armed forces of the United States of America. So, as you lay there in your warm bed this morning, trying to figure out whether to get up and take a, shall we say, take advantage of the life that you lead in this country. And these guys, girls and men and women, uncles, aunts, are some of the people that make it easy for you to sleep at night. You don't live in Israel, where people can come over the border. Well, we do have a lot of folks coming over the border, but we'll get to that another time. That's another show. But anyway, so good morning to you. You should be more enthusiastic about this day than any other day in your life, because this day was not promised. So the first thing you say is, thank God I'm on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of me. Now, let's pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and local heroes, the Sheriff Department under Mr. Cunningham, and the city police, the county police, or whatever you call it, under Dale Abbott, and just as important, if not more important, the Montgomery Fire Department under Chief Joy. Talking about going in harm's way. We hear about it. They do it. All of them. So let's pay a little homage to them. And don't forget to leave something on the box for Christmas for them, okay? Especially Montgomery sanitation guys. If you see a policeman, throw something in his hand. Give him $5 for lunch or something. That too much? Give him $10. Be all right. All right then. So let us pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Oh, and Space Force. Although we don't really know what Space Force does. I figured out.
To the shores of Tripoli, we will find our country's banners in the air of land and sea. As they fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to make the title of United States.
Airborne. Time to rise and shine this morning. Okay, so if you don't wake up after all of that noise first thing in the morning, check the mirror. Make sure you got a pulse and all that good stuff. Anyway, all right. Don't forget, it's also that time of year for Helping Hands, the 7th annual campaign where we ask you guys to donate a little money, and we take all those little monies, put them together, and make a big difference with people in the city of Montgomery. Okay, we turn around, and here's how this works. Somebody puts in somebody else's name. These people have no idea that they're being thought about by us because they don't know anything about it. They don't have a clue. And so what we do is, me and Randy, we go out on 3 days before Christmas, and we knock on people's doors that somebody else gave us the address to and all that good stuff, and we present them with cash, not a check, but cash. They ain't got to worry about. They don't have to worry about going to cash the check or anything like that, or the IRS knowing anything about it. we deliver cash. They ain't need that much cash. I don't think the IRS is going to be worried about that too much. But anyway, it is a gift from your neighbors. That is why it's called the Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award, because the neighbors get together. And we. Okay. I'll be right back.
AC by Luke Wire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since
Accidents happen.
For heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, visit acbylukewire.com for a list of.
How did I do that?
That's AC by Luke
Come on, man.
License number 84417.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good.
That's why you put that right there. You don't put it up there. Okay.
Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. McKinnon Toyota has
over here, over there. We can lift the dusty trail.
Get the brand, make, and model you want. You'll be grinning with McKinnon. Exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
League of Legends esports just had their triumph, but the good news didn't last long. After the Grand Championship taking place last weekend, spirits were high within the esports scene. Then, the very next day, Evil Geniuses and Golden Guardians suddenly departed from the league as the North American division is shrinking to 8 teams. Even with the massive fan base supporting them, is the future of North American League of Legends esports on shaky ground?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights. Here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods. Here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all. Here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
At Guardian Credit Union, we believe that banking should be personal, just like the relationships we build with members. Imagine a place where you're not just a credit score, but a valued part of our community. At Guardian, our dedicated team takes the time to listen, understand, and tailor financial solutions that fit your unique needs. From buying a car to saving for college and even starting a small business, we've got you covered. Come experience the Guardian difference and let's achieve your financial goals together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help,
over here, over there, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. And I'm high, high, hey.
Allergens and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Vaj does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold congestion problems this holiday season. Add the Vaj to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lonray Pelusi with today's Tip for Kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Getting ready for a new baby is a busy time. An important decision is how you will feed your baby. Breastfeeding will give your baby the best start in life. breast milk is easy to digest and it has all the nutrients your baby needs. Breast milk protects babies from diseases and infections, and the close physical contact creates a special bond. If you have questions about breastfeeding, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
I'm Ed Horrell, author of The Kindness Revolution. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, I sent a text message letting them know how much we enjoyed being with them. That same day, we received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message seem somewhat indifferent. In today's high-tech, low-touch world, how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful, handwritten note once in a while. Well, it's enough to inspire me. I'm ordering stationery and getting in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
We've got Chris Pratt mid-mornings, Mark Levin for your drive home, and Ben Shapiro for your evening. It's News Radio 1440 and NewsRadio1440.com.
There we go. 3 and 4, and here we go. All right. These songs by the choir and books dressed up like the moon. Oh yeah, here we go. Everybody knows a turkey. So, yeah, choir. Because I would never be Scotty and Walter of the Whispers, but you never can tell. All alone, all asleep. Oh yeah, I love this song. 405. What's the rest of that number there? Sometimes when you got to run the computers and stuff, I think your attention gets your attention gets kind of diverted. Anyway, good morning to you. Let me tell you a little bit about this thing again, about this thing, and then we're going to go on to the other thing. It's called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award, okay? So, last time I got a donation, I know it was 7 days ago. Come on, y'all. Help me out here now. So just go to GoFundMe. Okay, look for Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. But you never know when you might find yourself in that situation. And I have to come knocking on your door. Someone says, hey, this guy needs a little help. I have to knock on your door and put something in your hand. So do what you can while you can with somebody else sometimes. And I'm not trying to guilt you into this now. I'm just saying, 7 days ago. Come on, man. Somebody need to go there. Anyway, Helping Hands Good Neighbor, go to GoFundMe. And then throw something in on $5, $10, whatever you want to throw in there. I got to the 20th. I need $6,500 to make our goal. Okay, not the original goal. I gave up on that one the first day. But if I get $6,500 more, we can do what we need to do around the city. And so help us out. We would appreciate it. And I've never failed because I hate to lose my job. And I've always, every year I say I'm going to quit if I can't raise the money because I have lost my influence. And once you lose your influence, what are you good for? You know, it's kind of like a wet paper bag trying to put books in it. They ain't going to stay in there. It's useless. I'm just saying. And I don't want to be useless, but so help me out here. Okay, you can do this in your pajamas at your house. You can do it on your cell phone. You can do it anywhere. GoFundMe, okay, GoFundMe, GoFundMe, all one word, GoFundMe. Okay, and it's called the Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. Okay, how was that? Okay, now so today when I get up there, I expect at least 10 people to go there and put $5 in there, at least $5. Now, if you want to put the whole 6,500 in there, I can live with that. Or anything above that, that's good. But I'm not turning down anything. Okay. Picked up a little change yesterday from people. They don't want me to tell them who they are on the radio, so I won't do that. But I do want to take this opportunity to thank them. People have been doing this for years for us, helping us out. I appreciate all the past. And I appreciate, I would do the same thing we say in church. Even if you don't have it, if you think about it, and if you had it, you'd give it. I appreciate that. Okay, and a lot of people will too. I mean, the letters are now beginning to come in, and these again, the people who get the money don't know that it's coming. But there are some people, believe it or not, no matter how bad we have it or we think we got it, there's somebody out there a little worse than you. So the way, my theory is, if everybody gives a little, then we can help a lot. I'm just saying. So go to GoFundMe, or you can go to my Facebook page if you can't, if you don't know how to use a computer or whatever the case may be, or you can go to GoFundMe, or you can send a letter up here, 1 Commerce Street, Suite 300, 36104. Okay, or call me. I'll come pick it up. I don't care. I'll spend the whole day picking up money. If that's what I need to do, I'll put you on my little phone. You can text me 241-9998 if you need me to come pick something up. I don't care how small it is. Okay, I mean 50 cents. Make it at least more than 50 cents. Gas is a little money these days. All right, so I'll come pick it up. So you don't have even if you don't own a computer, I can come pick the money up. Not a problem. Okay. If y'all want me to stop begging every moment, then please, go for me. Again, the name of the account is Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. Or you can go straight to our Service First Bank, and you can put especially one downtown Montgomery. But any of them ought to have the account, and you guys will just put it in there, your own. Make sure it's going there when you know it's not going in my pocket. So people are skeptical, aren't they? They really are. You don't have to worry about me. I ain't taking money. Okay. I get my own money. Get not a lot of money, but I get a little bit. Okay. I can buy some water anyway. But I got to get some water from the. Piggy Wiggle or someplace like that. Okay. So anyway, 8604. Okay, so we need $6,500. Now the countdown is on starting today. Okay, so I got to get it tomorrow. Hopefully, I can say we need nothing. But no, that's not realistic. But hopefully, every day that amount goes down. So I'm appreciative of that. Of anything you give at all. And then Randy, on the 22nd, yeah, on the 22nd, probably whatever the last Friday is before Christmas. That's when we're going to go out and surprise people with a little money. I mean, we got some now, so we're going to surprise somebody, but I'm sure hope we can surprise a little bit more people. Because that's why it's not called charity, it's called an award. We give them a nice certificate to go along with it, and hopefully they can look at it as the years go by and know that the people of Montgomery, the ones that listen to this thing, and probably other people too that don't know. We listen, we hear you, and we come to help. The help is not, that's why it's called the Helping Hands. The Good Neighbor Award. All right, so go there right now. GoFundMe, the Helping Hand Award. You can find it's right there. You can it's right there. You can or you can go to Service First Bank, or you can bring it up to the radio station and knock on the door or put it underneath the door if nobody's up front. And we appreciate that. Make sure you put on the Helping Hand attention Kevin. Okay, I'm the only Kevin up here, so I'm the only one. They can't say, well, I didn't know which Kevin it was. No, I'm the only one up here. Okay, and we got to put on the dark Kevin. Okay, I'm certainly the only one of those up here. So let's not let these people get all confused. Okay, checks will do, cash will do. Don't really want you leaving cash up there. People do have things sometimes. But I think all my people up there are pretty honest. Or I get up at 9 o'clock and I can meet you downstairs, at the car, and you can tell my car when you get that in front of the building, which one it is. And I'll collect it there. Okay, don't make me go out and get a sign because I'll be like the panhandlers do now. I'll be out there with a can, asking for money. Okay, so don't make me kind of cold out there. So let's not let me do that. But I'll do what I got to do. I just don't have a sign. If I had a sign, I'd get out there with the sign and beg for the money. Okay, and if I get a sign made, that's gonna take some of the money that I already got to help the folks out. So I'm not gonna do that. Okay, maybe if one of these sign companies gonna give me one, I appreciate that. Okay, and I'll do more. Anyway, so much for that. Now, moving right along to other things. Not that there's anything more important than that, but I am in the talk radio business, right? Okay. So, the lesson of life today, plus the word of the day. The word of the day is ossify. 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 For my military friends, that's Oscar, Sierra, India, Foxtrot, Yankee. Okay? So, ossify. It's now, if you go to the dictionary, you'll see I'm probably in there under this word. I mean, to become very hard and refuse to change. I like to say become very hard and refuse to quit. But according to them, in other words, it seems like we're stubborn. To be very, very stubborn. And stubbornness is good. It's good. Sometimes. Every once in a while, you should change your mind about something. Okay, like the Democrats. I used to have an anger for the Democrats. And most of them. But not the local guys. Because the local guys just like me. They're just trying to make a living and stuff like that. But the national ones, and anybody, okay, I'll get on that later. I'll just get on that later. Anyway, so the word of the day is ossify. Ossify. To become very hard and refuse to change. That's what it means. The lessons of life today are simple. And I think all of us, I believe all of us can identify with this lesson. Never, never, ever be quick to judge harshly. If God judged us harshly today, how would the rest of our life, what would the rest of our life look like? Let's say that one more time. Don't be quick to judge harshly. Because if God judged us harshly today, what would the rest of our lives look like? Let that meditate in your brain right there for a second. You did some things you shouldn't have done. We don't know about. I don't know what it was. You don't know what mine was. But we all know that the good Lord truly judged us harshly as we judge one another sometimes. We would be in a world of hurt. Okay, we would be in a world of hurt. So just be benevolent, be caring, and be forgiving of one another. And sometimes it's a lot easier to say than it is to do. But sometimes don't become ossificient. There is such a word. Don't be an ossifier. Okay? Very hard and refuse to change. Change is good sometimes. Good morning to you. What happened? So what happened on this day? Well, what happened on this day? Let me see what happened on this day. It was on this day in 1907, the worst mining disaster in U.S. history occurred as 362 men and boys died in a coal mine explosion in West Virginia. They had boys down there working. I'm talking about 12 and 13-year-old kids. That has got to be a heart-wrenching way to work. Wow. We never got to live your life. In 1790, Congress moved to Philadelphia from New York. In 1865, the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution abolishing slavery was ratified as Georgia became the 27th state to endorse it. In 1884, Army engineers completed construction on the Washington Monument by setting an aluminum capstone atop the oblique. What oblique means? It means top. In 1917, some 2,000 people were killed when an explosive-laden French cargo ship in Mont Blanc collided with a Norwegian vessel, IMO, at the harbor at Halifax, Nova Scotia, setting off a blast that devastated the Canadian city. Finland declared its independence from Russia on this day in 1917. 1923, presidential address was broadcast on radio for the first time as President Calvin Coolidge spoke to a joint session of Congress. 1947 was the year the Everglades National Park in Florida was dedicated by President Harry S. Truman. I always will say Harry Truman was probably one of the most humble presidents, at least publicly from what I can tell, one of the most humblest presidents we ever had. 1957, besides me being 6 months old on this day, 1957, anyway, America's first attempt of putting a satellite into orbit failed as Vanguard TV3 rose about 4 feet off the ground at Cape Canaveral launch pad before crashing down and exploding. 4 feet? That's the best we could get? Come on, man, all that money goes 4 feet? 1957? Okay, 57 was a tough year. It should have had those women who played in that movie. What's the name of that movie? The Numbers. What's the name of that? But all those black women who they wouldn't even let go to the bathroom. You know, see, that's why I don't want to live in the past. Because those things really make me angry. To think that a country as free as this one treated a group of people that way merely because they were different colors. I know. I try to let it go. That it haven't. Thank God that we're not where we want to be, and we certainly not where we used to be. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, Hidden Figures. I think that's the name of the movie. Hidden Figures. Yeah. I mean, they use their brain, but then they don't want anything else. That angers me. Anyway. I'm gonna leave that alone. So that's why I don't want to go back to the past. It's obsession. And then to think there were good people even then who couldn't really say nothing either. 1982, 11 soldiers and 6 civilians were killed, and an Irish National Liberation Army bomb exploded at the club in Northern Ireland. 1989, 14 women were shot to death at the University of Montreal School of Engineering by a man who took his own life. Well, at least he did the right thing at the end. 1998, in Venezuela, former Lieutenant Colonel Hugo Chavez, who had staged a bloody coup attempt against the government 6 years earlier, was elected presidente. In 2001, the House of Representatives, by a 1-vote margin, gave President George W. Bush more power to negotiate global trade deals. And there's where our trading deals started to end, and one man can do it. Huh? President Bush dedicated the National Christmas tree to those who had died on September 11th, to service members who had died in the line, and to service members who have died in the line of duty. 10 years ago, President-elect, was it 10, 11, 12? It's been a while. I thought it was 10 years ago. 18? Yeah. But how many years ago was that? I thought this, 15 years ago. So 14 years ago. President-elect Barack Obama said in a Saturday radio internet address that he asked his economic team for a recovery plan that would save and create more than 2 million jobs. Indicted Democratic U.S. Representative William Jefferson was ousted from his New Orleans area district for a special election won by Republican attorney Ann Joseph Kyle, who became the first Vietnamese American in Congress. Florida's Martha Sunny Van Bulow, who spent the last 28 years of her life in a coma, died in New York at the age of 76. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's going to turn around there, a day after Nelson Mandela's death at 95, South Africans of all colors erupted in song, dance, and tears in an emotional celebration of the life and the times of the man who had bridged the country's black-white divide and helped avert a race war. Now, we got remnants over here sometimes. The Fender Stratocaster that Bob Dylan played in the 1965 Newport Folk Festival was sold at Christie's for nearly $1 million, the highest price ever paid for a guitar at auction. And those are some of the things that happened on this day. What day is it today? Well, it is National Father's Day in Ireland. I don't know why that's important, but okay. National Devon Day. So if your name is Devon, now my name is DeVale, not Devon. I'm going to name DeVale. Not Devon. But If it was National DeVale Day, it'd be they celebrate me. But since it's Devon Day, then if your name is Devon, then it's your day. Also, if your name is Johnny, we also give you some special recognition today. Only Johnny, I don't know too many Johnny Appleseed, or whatever case may be, but we appreciate you. National Repeal Day, okay, for alcohol and all that stuff the other day, it's necessary. Walt Disney Day, okay, World Soil Day, okay, National Hand Washing Awareness Week, because you need to wash your hands, okay. Inclusive Schools Week, I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds kind of politically correct to me. Inclusive Schools Week. Okay, here's one. Dia de la Constitución Day. That's something about the Spanish Constitution. Finland Independence Day. And anything else? Mitten Tree Day. I don't know what a mitten tree is, but we're gonna go with it. National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women. Women, old people, and kids are abused. I'm ready to get in somebody's grits. Anyway, National Microwave Oven Day. Thank good Lord for microwave oven. However, don't ever try to toast bread in the microwave oven. The bread will be hard, but it will not toast. I tried it the other day. I put it on high, and I thought I could make me some toast in the oven. All it did was crumble the bread, so don't do that. National Miners Day. National Pawnbrokers Day. Okay, now there's a show on TV. There's a pawnbroker show called Pawnbrokers. It's kind of fake, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of fun. That's good. I mean, they didn't get this one woman what she wanted for a fake ring, so she just get in the middle of the store, pull her pants all the way down, and say, "Hey, you can kiss this." Now I don't know what she was talking about, but I'm just saying. Yeah, all because she didn't get a couple more dollars. Come on. National Travis Day. I only know one Travis. Okay, one Travis I know. He's a former member of the 82nd Airborne, and he lives in South Carolina right now. Travis, well, that's his last name, Terrence Travis. All right, Terrence, well, you get a free plug today. All right, Terrence Travis. I know a lot of. Actually, I know some people last name Travis. I think this is like the first name being Travis. Anyway, come on, Terrence. Now, put on your own shoes day. Okay, that's cool. But if you can't, ask somebody for some help. Other than that, put your own shoes. St. Nicholas Day we celebrate today. I don't know why, but we do. World Trick Shot Day. So if you happen to be in the pool today, you can go to the pool. Are there any pool halls even left anymore? I used to love pool. I was pretty decent at it. I wasn't very good, but I won a couple dollars here and there every once in a while. Not very many, probably about 8. Not very many. Computer Science Education Week. That's it. There we go. That's what I like. Okay. National Influenza Vaccination Week. Now, I've never taken a flu shot. I go to Health-Wise Foods and I take what's called Silver for the last 10 years, and I really don't get older with it. But if you need it, you need it. So take the shot. I'm not saying I'm not letting them put no more experimental drugs in my body. We're done with that. But I did take the vaccine shot for the what was that name of that disease a couple years ago? COVID-19. I did take it out of fear. So I sat there. I said, me and my son were going to take it, but I won't be taking no more. I won't be taking no more unless you tell me you've done a 30-year test on it. Okay, we ain't going there. We ain't going. Now, one more thing. I was looking in the book a few minutes ago, and it had dowry. I always wondered what a dowry was. I thought it was when women give you money to marry them, or something. The house, the keys to the car, or something like that back in the day. And we got it all backwards in America. Now we got to give all the money. Okay, so something wrong with that. That dowry thing looks pretty good. So if you don't have them to give a brother to marry you, then you need to go back and ask mom and dad to give you something. Because after all, we are taking you off their hand. They don't have to feed you anymore and all that stuff, And we give you food and say, hey, if you don't have a job, we take care of you. I'm just saying. So the dowry thing ought to come back into play. I think that's one of them medieval things where you had to pay. Think about this for a second. You have to, your parents have to give you something to give to a man to marry. Makes sense. I mean, even if you're really, really ugly, I can understand that. Okay, I can understand it. You're really, really ugly. I mean, but then again, what is ugly? What is ugly? Yeah, some people think I'm ugly. Yeah, they do. That's true. And then some people think I'm kind of a handsome guy. So it depends on what your perspective is, on ugly. If you're that ugly, that your parents got to give somebody something, man. Oh, God, that's a good time to take my going gay. But anyway, not bad. We're going to move right on to that. Okay. But I do think we got it backwards where, now I can understand why some men have to give people something to marry to doubt. I can understand that because we, we, uh, I'm looking at city council meeting last night before I get into this with my buddy. What does the motion to suspend really mean? What does that mean? You don't know about it now. Huh? Oh, you are now. What is that? What does the motion to suspend really mean? You know?
Well, technically, that means we don't have to go through all of the things of the rule. Let's suspend that and go and suspend the rule.
We'll talk about that later. Nah.
Let's start with me.
Radio 14.
So it means we're going to forego.
In other words,
I never really asked the word.
In other words,
it means forego the
formatted explaining everything.
Formalities. Yeah.
Let's suspend the rule, and then we'll go ahead. Now, if everybody say, well, okay, now if you don't suspend it, that means we're gonna look over what's the rules for this to be here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It has to be unanimous. When you suspend the rule,
one man can actually stop it.
No, they don't stop it. That means I got a question. In other words, I want to know why we're doing this or this shit.
Right, but if you suspend the rules, nobody gets.
That means we're going to vote on it. Right. That means, but they always do that. They say, well, if it's not unanimous, that means that there's a question that has to be.
In Texas, police say a suspect in custody of attacks that killed 6 people in several different homes. CBS Austin's Abigail Helenas. The is in his 30s and he's facing capital murder charges. He said he had connections to the housing center to move, but we're not sure what that relationship was. According to authorities, the man was not been identified, nor contacted with and many more estates where he suspected of killing 4 more people. Police say 2 officers on a bicycle rider were injured. The suspect arrested after he fled. President Biden said he may have been content with a single term in office, but Donald Trump forced his hand. Looking at the fundraising results, he said he needs to prevent the former president from getting elected again. And the phone in a couple on the reporter at the White House. Donald Trump will once again skip a Republican presidential debate. Nikki Haley and DeSantis. Chris Christie and the big promise money will be there for the fourth GOP face-off in Alabama tonight on News Nation. WS News Talk Radio host Eric Elkins. There's not really that many so how does the Democratic deflect that? At the same time, really is going to be part of that. How would you just understand? Absolutely. Israeli ground troops are deep inside the southern Gaza City at 10 minutes today. And the IDF said they're engaged in the heaviest combat of the war so far. Spokesman Daniel Hagari says it's about freeing captives. This is an urgent call for action. The international community must take action. The Red Cross must have access to the hostages that are in the hands of Hamas. The UN called the humanitarian situation in Gaza apocalyptic. Here in the U.S., the agreement to end the strike
local union says actors have voted to ratify a 3-year contract deal with Hollywood studios that ended a nearly 4-month long strike. 78% of the vote for members of SAG-AFTRA, with most
I'm tired of voting. The only reason Trump is running is about the jail. Well, that's let me ask you this, Cal. Out of 91, let's call them charges for this conversation. Out of 91, do you think there's a possibility that something has been done wrong?
No, not in this case. I don't. Not in this case.
So let me ask you this: in Georgia, you don't think he did anything wrong?
Nope. I think you got a right to ask the question. I think you have a right to say, "Can I get some more votes?" Because we go.
In other words, this is where we're crossing over the line here between deception and freedom of speech.
I think he has freedom of speech like everybody else does.
Right. Now, so if you tell, this is the issue that we're talking about.
They're using a RICO Act.
Hold on. Yeah.
A RICO Act.
Yeah, because that's a conspiracy.
It's politics.
No. RICO is not politics.
No, they're not using it as politics. They're using it as a weapon. They have weaponized the law to go against one man.
Now, guess what they did to her the other day. Okay, well, that's
it ain't Fox. New York Times.
Here we go. Down there, yeah. There's someone.
They're doing the same thing to her that she's doing here.
Not really.
She can disclose $700,000 worth of income she had.
Okay. Now, here we go. Now, saying you did something wrong. Now, don't stop me from doing something. You did something wrong. Don't say that, okay, this person did it. Okay, we got something over here. Now, let's go there. Is it possible that Trump did anything he did? No.
Ain't gonna prove by me.
Is it possible in New York that he committed fraud?
No. Okay. Now that what they're saying he committed fraud by overvaluing his property, evidently states had the opportunity to go check these things out. And in the city of Montgomery, the county of Montgomery, tell me my property ain't worth what I know it's worth.
No. Here's what you have. This is not a real estate loan. This is a special group that only certain banks have this, where a certain group of people who are within a certain income. Okay. It is not. They don't evaluate your property. They're going. Here's what they do. No. Here's the difference. It's because it's a matter of trust, where they say that, okay, it's been reported in Forbes and all that you are worth X billions of dollars. Okay. Now to check all that, it is not a real estate mortgage, not a mortgage. It is saying you are worth X number of dollars, so you fall into this special group, and therefore you have special privileges. But they were going on information. They said, well, we don't have to check that because it is not a real estate loan. See, it's not a mortgage.
Yeah, I realize
it's not a mortgage, and it's not a real estate loan.
They should have
saying that no, they are going on. It's just like if any other billionaire that you ask a question, they're not going to lie because you can't check it. Okay.
So why didn't they check?
Because they were going on.
Okay, then they get wrong.
They felt that but it was deception. If they thought it
was worth that much? What if you thought it was worth that much?
No, it's not what you think.
Mar-a-Lago is worth a hell of a lot more than that you're saying.
No, it's not.
They got
Mar-a-Lago is Mar-a-Lago.
They got land down there.
What is Mar-a-Lago?
It's his place.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What is it?
It is not privately owned. It is owned by the people the members of that club. Mar-a-Lago is a club.
Well,
it's like the Montgomery Country Club. Montgomery Country Club, PE ain't anything else but a country club.
So he gets to invite. Yeah, but he's former president of the United States. He gets to invite people down there and have his own little parties and stuff like that.
It is a private club that requires X for hundreds of thousands of dollars to belong to it per year. He does not own that. The people, in other words, if they sell Mar-a-Lago, that means that
well, he lives in Mar-a-Lago, right?
He is living on the property.
Right.
It is not a private residence.
Which makes that property worth more valuable.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it says that in
Then
the
why,
document.
then why does the
Mar-a-Lago-
East Montgomery land dirt cost more
That's
than
East
my dirt over
Montgomery.
here?
Hold on. That's too, you're going down a road that does not need to go down. Mar-a-Lago is a commercial property.
Okay.
It is
And he
owned
lives
by,
on the land.
and he basically he's squatting on property. He's a man. He's like a hotel manager that lives in the hotel. That's basically what he's doing. He doesn't own it. The people, it is owned jointly by the members of Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago is a club.
And tell him that his Trump towers ain't what they say they are.
He is the manager. No, he is the manager.
Because it belongs to Trump.
No, it doesn't.
I don't mean him
It belongs to the people who own those apartments there, and he owns an apartment in there.
Oh, that's what he does. But I don't care. All these
Well,
years this
it's-
man has been doing this, and because he runs for president of the United
Well,
States,
if the scrutiny wasn't there
that's
until he
their fault.
became president,
But
the
that's their
president
fault.
should be an honest
And the
individual.
guy that's in there now, you think is honest, get all this money from all
From
these
who?
other places.
From who?
They proved it already.
No,
They
they
get from
didn't.
China.
Look,
See,
Kevin,
we're both prejudiced. We're both prejudiced because
Kevin.
you won't listen to
No,
reason when it
hold
comes
on,
to him,
hold on.
and I ain't gonna listen to nothing about Trump.
Well, you're right. You're not going to listen to that.
I'm not,
Okay.
because all y'all full of crap. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. It is the first Wednesday of the month. Yeah, I guess it is. It's been a week already. And it's Donald with always with problems. See, electoral problems.
No, what did you say before? That's what he said.
No. You're always a challenge to my thinking.
Well, it's good.
Not a very good one, but you're a challenge.
It is a challenge.
Yeah.
And we all
We do. We do.
And you challenge me.
Yeah. Now, I asked you a while ago, that last night,
You know what? In other words,
yeah.
What is that? That's Mason's rules of order. Okay. Mason's What's Mason? Mason's rules of order. It deals with, I mean, it's basically you're going to say, well, let's suspend the rules. That means we don't have to go so long rigmarole before we start talking about what we're going to talk about. That's the short of it. There is a legal explanation of it, and then there'll be some people who Google it and try to say that, oh, Donald was wrong. But basically what it's saying is, we all agree that we're going to vote on this act. That's basically what but you say, but if you don't, if someone does not suspend the rules, that means they have some questions that need to be answered before they even start taking vote.
Okay, so
that's short version.
Right. It seems to me, though, if you suspend the rules, you are denying the public an opportunity to know
that's
if there's no discussion of the issue,
they've already hold on.
That's right. They've already done it.
Here it is.
In a work session.
Watch this. In a work session, watch this.
Right.
In a work session, you have all of this worked out.
Sure.
You
but I wasn't
it is public. It is public.
But I wasn't at the work session.
That's your fault.
I was working.
That's your fault.
I was at work.
But it is, and you know what?
I couldn't go.
There's a record of it.
But the record is after it's already been done. After I get off work,
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If you're so concerned about city council, go to the meeting.
What if I can't make the meeting? That's the problem.
That means you're not that concerned. If it's that important to you,
that means I'm paying taxes.
You know what? This discussion here is really fruitful because you're asking a question that you can answer yourself. You're trying to make it seem as if there's something suspicious about public action.
Nefarious.
There is nothing nefarious about the city council meeting.
Okay, technically though, if you suspend
Go ahead.
If we suspend the rules, that means we don't go through the regular process of bringing these things to the table for a vote. We automatically say, okay, we're going to suspend those rules, but the public does not get an opportunity to hear the conversation.
We'll go to the work session.
You can't go to the work session because you're
that's your fault.
No, it ain't.
We'll get someone to record it for you.
It's over by then.
Look, if it's in the work session,
yeah,
we've discussed it in the work session.
Right.
Okay.
That's you. But y'all working for us. They working for me.
That's the point. Look,
I ain't working
and
for
for
them.
expediency, now you just want a city council meeting to last for hours.
No.
You have a work session, you talk about it. If you don't have it clear, you don't suspend the rules, and you talk about it some more. And that's what they do.
Right.
Every action is not automatically, the rules are not automatically suspended.
Right.
And they discuss it and carry it over.
But I just asked you a question. Just let me ask you a question. From a technical standpoint, they are foregoing the discussion in public from the meeting at that city council meeting, regardless of whether they talk about it in the work session or not. They are foregoing it. So who's ever at the city council meeting, the audience, don't get to hear what has been suspended.
Well, that's your fault. Don't go if you don't go to the work session. Don't complain about anything that goes on in the meeting.
The work session if you had work.
Well, look, that's your fault. If you're so concerned, take off work and go. If you're that concerned about what went on in the work session, take off work, go to the work session, and then you'll know.
Now
So shut up.
Wait.
You know,
You just gave the optimum word here.
What?
What has gone on? Not what's going on, but what has gone on, because I couldn't make it to the work session.
That's your fault.
So
in other words, you've got half the story.
Right.
So you don't know the whole story.
Right.
I'll give it to you this way. Look.
Exactly. You have the story.
There are, in other words, here's a vote that takes place. You don't see it and you don't know what it is. And they vote on demolishing different properties.
Right.
Okay. That's in front of them. You don't see it. It's not in the agenda.
Yes, it is.
No, it doesn't tell exactly what is being said.
It gives all the addresses.
It's not on the agenda. All of them are not there. They don't have all the information on there.
Well, when they send me the agenda, most of that stuff is on there.
If you look on there, it doesn't have all the information of what has taken place.
Okay. So again, I'm just asking for a technical explanation. So when the city council suspends the rule, they suspend any discussion of that object at that moment.
Well, you have a question that has no there. Okay. I mean that this was really a fruitless discussion.
But it is because
basically it has been discussed in public.
No, it has, work session.
And if you weren't there, that's not their fault.
So if I'm working,
so now,
so
if you're working, take off work to go to the work session. Then.
Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I didn't know that, but I didn't have that question.
But by the time I see, but by the time I get off work and see it, the issue is dead.
Okay, listen to the lady.
Okay, now again,
there is no argument.
Okay, now listen. Let me ask you a question, because I'm a pretty reasonable guy.
No, you're not.
So am I or am I not correct when it says suspend the rules? At that moment, you're not going to go through the formal introduction of a particular issue, because according to Donald, that issue has been discussed ad nauseum, probably in the work session. I don't have a problem with that. But my problem, I didn't get to see the work session. I come to the city council meeting off of work.
And
just
usually, Kevin, when you see that, watch this. It's
say,
usually old business.
Okay, but let me. I'm working.
Caller, am I correct? Usually, when you see that where it's automatically suspended, it's old business. That means we've talked about it before.
Again, though, I didn't see that.
That's old business.
But again, I wasn't able to come to the old one.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. But if I didn't get to, and I don't have a computer,
in other words, Kevin,
I'm downtown right now at the city council meeting, and all I hear is suspend the rule.
Okay. You missed, in other words, it's usually old business. Usually when you see it automatic being suspend the rules, it's old business. You've got two sections on it. You've got old business, and then you have new business.
Yeah.
Under old business is usually where you see almost automatically suspend the rules. That means we've discussed this. We were in agreement that we don't have to go through these formalities.
You discussed it in the work session, but you haven't discussed it in
the
public.
week before, and the week before.
I got you. All right.
I mean, it's usually it's a long process.
So basically, the citizens
you're looking at a long process in one day.
citizens are left out of that.
No, they're not left out.
Yeah, they.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Like what? Oh, did? Okay. Okay. Thanks to me. I think there I go. Listen, I'm using my influence to change the minds of people.
No, you're not.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you're not.
But that's okay though. I'll give me credit later on.
Really, you sound incompetent when you're discussing something
Anyway.
that has been discussed ad nauseum and saying it's a secret. When it's
I
old
didn't say
business.
it was.
It's old business. They've discussed it the week before.
I only wanted to
and
know
the week before, and probably the week before. And because you walk in on the last day, you say, "Oh, it's a secret." No, man.
I only
It's
wanted to
old
know
business.
what the process was about and what we are doing. We are eliminating discussion at that moment about the issue.
Because we've talked about it
Okay,
already.
but I didn't hear that conversation.
Well, it's old. It's on there. It says old business.
But
that means we've talked about this
But I
before.
didn't hear it.
What?
I didn't hear it. I wasn't at
Well,
the
that's
work
your
session.
fault. It's old business.
I can't be my fault because they didn't. Now they do put them on television. I do it, but by the time I get off work, this discussion has already been had.
If that whatever that agenda was, usually what you're talking about, that was under old business. They've talked about it before.
But again, at that
so
moment,
if you didn't see it before, that's your fault.
But at that moment in the city council, when they say suspend the rules, they are suspending any discussion
You
about
know what?
that.
This is really a fruitless
Not to me, it isn't.
conversation
Because if I
it's going
can't be
nowhere.
there, but if
So-
I can't get
so
there,
what I'm
then
saying,
I don't know what it is.
So what I'm saying to the people in the audience is, usually what Kevin is talking, what he's talking about, usually when you see that happen, is usually under old business, where they've discussed it before, they've discussed it in a work session before, and they've probably discussed it in committees before, long before. And when what you're seeing, we're going through basically a formality in the city council meeting. They've discussed it, and discussed it. And now it's time to come up for a vote. That's basically where we are. And it's not hidden, it's not a conspiracy, it's old business. And now we're ready to handle old business.
I hear you. Well, whatever. Technically, I am correct. Now,
it is not a matter of being correct or incorrect.
Now, what you say about, I agree with that, but I am still correct. When they suspend the rules, they suspend
and
any
that's what it
conversation.
means. You are correct.
And I think that's wrong.
It's not wrong.
I think it is.
There is a reason you suspend the rules, because we are in agreement that we have
Who's
discussed
we?
it.
Who's we?
The city council.
Oh, so that still leaves me
So
out.
you said you're going to run for a position.
That leaves
and you
me-
don't understand what it means to even be in the position.
Hell, how many people got on the city council understood it?
Well,
exactly. No, hardly nobody.
Well,
till they get there.
you'll learn. It's a learning process.
Exactly.
And you're not
Exactly.
on it right now.
Right, that's right.
So
But I'm not gonna run
what
for
I'm
it.
saying right now, so if you were on the city council, you would know that it is old business because you have discussed it.
But I'm not on the city council,
but you're
and
not
I want to
on-
know what it is.
And you know what it is. It means we are in agreement with we
Yeah, I
don't
got
have to
that
go
now.
through these formalities because we discussed it.
And I got that now. But I just
And there is a specific reason you suspend the rules is because you've already discussed it. I'm telling you, there are you're in agreement that we have discussed this,
right?
And we're going to suspend the rules,
right?
Because we
Of
know
any
what
further discussion,
right?
But I, as a citizen, didn't hear that discussion.
It's
because
old
I was,
business.
Because I wasn't there either. I was working, paying
That's
the
your
tax.
fault. You're not on the city council.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not. But again, the city council works for me. I don't work for them.
This has gone. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
They work for me.
Yeah,
I should
you're
hear
right.
the conversation.
Yeah,
Not, I shouldn't have to go back and hear the conversation after you guys already suspended the rules that under something I didn't
I've
know what
already
you're talking
told you
about.
you're right. What do you
Anyway,
want?
okay, well that's true. Thank you. I'm glad that you finally
Yeah.
gave in.
All
All right,
right.
then. Now, moving on to the other thing.
Please, thank you.
Yeah. But right now I got to take this break and we'll come back in a little bit here. Okay. All I was trying to do is get my central point across.
You got
is
it.
that when you suspend the rules, you forego any public conversation at that moment.
That is correct.
Exactly.
You're right.
And so the citizens get screwed, glued, and tattooed all over again.
You're correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I wish you was this easy.
Yeah,
all the time.
you're right.
I wish
I've said it.
I wish you agreed with me this much all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If you really know know what that means, you wouldn't laugh about it.
No. I'm just glad that you come around to my side.
No, I didn't come around to your side.
You said okay.
That just means it's not worth discussing.
Because I'm right.
That's what you believe.
Exactly.
So I can let you believe that.
So I'm glad you came.
If that's what you believe,
That's I appreciate that.
Well, that's what I say about this.
Okay. That's my POP, private owned perspective.
That's your point of view.
Yeah, POV or privately owned vehicle. Depending on which one.
That's your view.
We'll be back right for this. I'm glad, as y'all see, I won that round. I bludgeoned him, okay, intellectually to death. I got it. Okay. So the next time you watch city council meeting and they say suspend the rules, that means that they're not going to talk about it in front of you. Because they've already talked about it amongst themselves. So that's the one. We'll be back.
Okay. I don't know whether you're serious or not, but you know, you're a good comedian, though.
Left you out the conversation. That's
You're
all.
a good comedian.
Left you out of the conversation. You ain't got nothing to do with it. We got to suspend the rules. Okay, well, you know about it, what happened or not.
Okay.
If you want to know about it, get off work, come to a work session, lose money while I'm making money sitting here. You lose your money by coming here.
The last meeting.
Right, but that's the last meeting, though.
Before we did. We discussed it at the last meeting. We agreed to hold it over. What we suspend the rules? Saying we're not going to hold it over. We talked about it. What that's really what it means. It really means that we discussed this enough. We're all understanding what it means. So now we can vote. That's all it means.
Well, the reason why I brought it up,
why'd you bring it up? Go ahead. Are you gonna bring it up next?
Yeah. That's why I brought it up.
Okay. That was an issue that I think it was Rondé Mitchell had a question on something, and he didn't vote the rule. And
right.
Then they said, well, we had discussed that, and the question was not free after that. I think after that, he went ahead and
so one city councilman can make a difference because if one say do not
all
it in the room.
Yeah, what it is, it's not making it. What we're talking about is order. All this is just the core. We all.
But that decorum does take things into.
Well, that's why you're not making rules of order. Right. In other words, are we all in an understanding?
That's what Bill did. Bill did it one time when I initially got put on the recreation board. Bill said, "Well, I'm not." He didn't do something, so therefore I couldn't get on it because he stopped the process. So one city councilman can stop something. It may not stop it permanently.
It's what you're doing.
Delaying.
It carries over.
Right.
You're not stopping it.
Right.
We're carrying it over until we discuss why we're doing it.
And I think the public should be in on this discussion.
And you are. That's called the work session.
But everybody can't.
In other words, the reason they have the work session is so that they don't have to explain all of those things in the city council meeting.
But why not explain?
That's why you have the work session in public.
Make it to the work session.
That's the one just said it's on Facebook too.
That's after I'm at work. I can't go watch Facebook.
Look, a lot of things that are in the work session will be carried over.
The problem is my mind is too advanced to break now.
Right. You know, and another thing they all have to vote on is that they agree that the minutes of the last meeting was active. So that means if you're a city council person, you need to know what you talked about in the meeting before. And did you agree or disagree with something on that? If you don't. And sometimes there are instances where something was recorded and documented inactive. Then the person, then you discuss that. You notice that. But every meeting they have to adopt the minutes from the last meeting. That means whatever we discuss, and the reason you adopt the minutes, that means you accept what is written here and what we said at the last meeting. So that's old business. So now you understood what we said last meeting.
All right, 860-1440 is the number. If you want to opine anything that we're talking about today. I want to thank Tommy Tuberville for holding true to his belief, but he got me another day, but that's okay. He probably saved some lives of some children.
No, he didn't.
So yeah, you don't know that.
No, he didn't.
You don't know that.
No, hold on. There's a difference between legal and moral.
But you
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Is it illegal?
What? No, it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
No.
It's illegal in some states.
Right.
See, what we're talking about, an action that is not universally illegal. Okay. If you're in the service, you serve the United States of America.
Right.
If you're in a state like Alabama, where something that is legal in California or another state, and you are stationed there, you don't have a choice in where you're stationed. You're stationed by the United States of America to serve the United States of America.
Yeah.
If you want to have a procedure that if you were in, let's say, the state that you come from, and it's legal there, it's on them to pay for you doing that because they sent you somewhere where something that is legal in the United States, legal in the United States, is just not in the state you're in. Now, moral and legal issues are two different things. Religion, two different things. We're talking about the law. We're not talking, you cannot legislate morality. It is not immoral to everyone. And we cannot make everyone believe the same thing. In other words, I believe in the moral issue, but I know it is a legal issue right now. Until it becomes illegal in all United States, you cannot hold different standards for our service people who serve all over the world.
I am going to say what RWR.
And he didn't stop anything.
No,
he just made a stand that looks good to so-called Christians.
Ronald Wilson Reagan once said in the 1960s, he ran for office, that there was a time in America where our morality dictated our laws. Now you want our laws.
That was never true. No, it didn't.
No. You can't make people do what they're supposed to do if they're determined not to do it.
Look,
but
there
our
was a time.
laws
Hold on.
Our laws.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Some of our laws.
Hold on. There was a time when slavery was legal in this country. Okay, it was immoral, but it was legal. There was a time where holding people from voting was legal in this country. There were certain states that did that. Alabama was one of them. Alabama was one of the last.
There's nothing more important than life.
Look,
there's nothing more important than life.
We're talking about morality, and you're talking about potential life. So
potential life.
That's what some people believe.
They're wrong. Good one. Who's this?
That's their belief. Everyone doesn't believe the same thing.
A cat is a chicken too. That's what makes
but the whole world doesn't believe the same thing.
Good morning. Yeah, we got you. It is.
Look, and I'm not disagreeing with you. And here's what I'm saying. Everyone does not believe the same thing. There are a lot of people who believe that you are not alive until you are born. That is what they believe. Hold on. I'm just saying. Hold on. I'm saying this is what they believe. Okay. There are people in this world who believe that 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 zygote is a potential life. It is not a life until it is born. Okay, that is what they believe, and that is why all over the world in a lot of countries it is legal for abortion. Okay, that is not a universal belief. What you just said, that is a moral belief based on a Christian principle, and whatever, and different religions have different beliefs in it. So I'm saying it is not. I'm saying in this country it's mainly a Christian principle, but it's not. But all Christians believe.
Okay, well, both of y'all can't talk take that.
Okay. And some, but some Jews don't either, and some Jews do. Let me ask you this now. Let me make it simple. It is not a universal position. Okay, you can pick countries all over the world where is it a universal principle? Okay, yes or no? Universally in the world, does the entire world believe what you believe? No, they don't. The entire world does not believe exactly what you believe, sir. There are entire countries throughout the world. I'm not going to try and name them. You're naming different countries that do believe it, but then there are just as many countries that don't believe it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And then I could mention China.
Yeah. All right. Hey. Yeah, they believe in only one child principle back in the day.
Right.
Which is wrong.
Well, but that's what they believe. What I'm saying, sir, it is a principle that is not universal in the United States. Let's stay in the United States. It is not universal in the United States that it. Sir, here's what I'm saying. So here are two principles that are not universal.
Let me run.
The death penalty and abortion.
Yeah.
They're not universal.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, sir.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. No, I've never been to that one. I've heard about it though. I appreciate it. It is 7:37 in the morning. If I don't know how we got on anyway. How we get on?
You brought up Tuberville.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying that's just politics.
I think he should be well respected.
No, know, it's just politics. He's brought morality into it. It's the same as what the gentleman just said about shooting. It's the exact same thing.
Did you actually believe that we should not consider morality when we do wrong?
What I'm saying, Kevin, is it a universal belief?
I don't care about the universe.
What I'm saying is we don't have universal morality. Okay.
But shouldn't there be an absolute truth?
We don't have it. Let me ask you this. Is the death penalty legal in Alabama?
Yeah.
Is it morally right?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so that's not universal.
But I didn't make the law.
Right. See, in other words, I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right, but it's the law. There's nothing I can do about it.
There's something you can do about it.
The state has to change. But there are people who believe that if you put a person to death, that you achieve I don't know what, but bring a person back that they killed. There was a time that people put people to death.
I think sometimes
Jeremiah Reed was executed for rape. He didn't kill anyone. He was executed. He was buried right there from William Church over there on the street out here.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, sir.
All right there, Mr. Ed. Let me go and take a little break and we'll come back to that. Interesting conversation this morning. I got both things to go to. And here's something. Should the city of Montgomery be in the landlord business? Found out something last night at the city council meeting that I didn't realize the city of Montgomery could rent property.
I don't know all of it. Look, I don't know all of the information about that property. That's getting deep, because I don't know all the particulars of that EJI.
That's an EJI.
Yeah, the building.
Right.
EJI. That's what it's concerned, Kevin. It's a complicated situation. So it's best until you know all the information about that property to even talk about it. What you heard on the television, I'm confused. What did you hear last night?
Evidently, these women said they got a business they running and they're paying rent to the city, but nobody's cashing the checks. So where's the money to go?
Okay, here we go. That's why it's a complicated situation. We're talking about a piece of property.
But they're really
let me ask you this. Who are they renting from? Are they renting from EJI?
And that's what we can do. From the city.
So,
they said from the city.
No. You don't have, I'm not sure. In other words, I was going to look into that. I'm going by that building. And I'm not going to discuss it, but I don't know all the particulars. Well, you can't give an intelligent conversation about it. In other words, because the way it's on the agenda, it says buy or sell. It says buy, sell. It doesn't say who is the buyer and who's the seller.
No. I'm talking about the ladies. I don't care nothing about EJI. The ladies
you got to care about EJI.
The
property involves EJI. I don't know whether EJI bought the property from the city or did the city buy the property from the
city selling property, because the city gets holding property, but renting to people and people paying a city rent to the city.
Hold on. Here you go, Kevin. I don't know when the property was bought and who bought the property. If you don't know who owns the property right now.
Again, the ladies last night in front of the city,
all of the information
out of their mouth. They said they were paying to the city.
Okay, and
the check's not
they They don't, in other words, what did the mayor say?
He said we did something wrong.
They don't have an understanding because you're talking about.
But then they shouldn't have been involved in renting,
It's
property.
the transfer of real property. I don't know whether EJI owns the property. Hold on. If it is a transfer of real property.
Not if you're paying rent.
Hold on. They were paying rent to someone.
They said the city.
Hold on. If you heard all of it, they were paying rent to someone. They were paying rent to 2 different entities. I don't know whether they were paying.
No, they were paying rent to the city, and nobody has cashed them check yet.
Yes, you're talking about real property acquisition. We're talking about rent. 2 different
But
things.
the city shouldn't be in a renting business.
You don't know what the situation was. You don't know whether the city acquired. Hold on.
That's what they're doing. Nobody's cashing their check.
Here's what I'm saying.
And they don't know who.
You can't intelligently talk about this, Kevin. You don't know whether the city owned the property and sold it to EJI, or EJI owned the property.
Then the city should work that out.
No,
The city should work that out.
You have a person who's in there renting the property until there's a transfer of the property.
Then why didn't the mayor say that last time?
I don't know which is which.
Okay, then they need to figure it out.
In other words, they just threw more confusion out there than anything. Because it was an issue that dealt with the sale of a property, and that was on the whole thing. Okay,
it is an issue,
but you got to ask. I know Robert Smith need to call in. Let me see. You need to call.
If there are no moral absolutes, ask him if it was wrong to rob or to murder. Hey, something, George. My force.
No. If I take out a credit card and try stuff on the credit card,
that's still it.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Who told women this hairdo they wear in this year? I wouldn't walk down the street with something. Lord, he's fucking hairdo. I mean, my God. Look like a scarecrow. And we're back 7:45 in the morning. We were just having a conversation. Again, last night at city council meeting, as I was watching it, there were 2 ladies who came up who owned a business. They were renting property, according to them last night from the state. They're sending in checks, but the checks have not been cashed. So should the city be in the process of renting property to citizens? I don't know. And right now, they don't know who the hell they're paying the rent to. Okay. Now, the mayor did own up to it last night that was their issue. Something's going wrong. Something's going in the haywire here. They don't know exactly what's going on. And so he said he will find out. But my question is, should the city be in the renting business, competing with private property owners? I don't know. And it's got something to do with EJI and things like that, but I don't know who they're paying the rent to, but they're saying that their checks have not been cashed. So for months they've been paying, they don't know nobody's got the money right now. The checks ain't been cashed. And I just put a stop payment on them and say, hey, when y'all figure out who we're supposed to pay, but should the city be in the renting business? Okay. Now I can understand the city owning business because if people don't pay their taxes and stuff like that, then the city, I would assume, or the county, whoever it is, confiscates the property until those taxes are paid, and until that point, I guess they got a, what do you call that, lien on it, or things, stuff like that. I don't really know what it's called. But anyway, good morning. Who's this? Yes. Doing fine. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, I found out something about Flatwood too last week. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah, I've never been to VA in Tuskegee, so I don't. Yeah, I don't know where you know where it is. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. My grandfather was up at Tuskegee. We used to go up there all the time when he was. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was segregation during that time. But I think what it seems to be a lot going on now with the veterans is that VA is subcontracting a lot of things out for other individuals. So a lot of times, get on a bus for Birmingham, they're trying to become more efficient. I'll give them credit because I know some veterans who are still in this situation, both physically and mentally. They're going to different places. The VA is very responsive in getting them where they need to go, whether it's in Birmingham, whether it's somewhere else, and they're not really that concerned about this. They're more concerned. I think they're more concerned about the individual. It is. Yeah.
Where is the VA hospital in Tuskegee? Is it before you get to Tuskegee, or is it?
No. In Tuskegee. No.
Okay, 'cause I've never seen it. I don't know. Yeah, I have to look at it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Yeah, never been to. Heard about it. But never been to. Anyway, so okay. Anyway, so we'll find out what's going on. Did you talk to us today?
Yes. In other words, it's a complicated situation on the ownership of the property where it's now don't quote me, don't quote me, I'm not saying anything. It's to my understanding, the city of Montgomery purchased some property for EJI and these individuals, because when you have a transfer of ownership of real property here and there are people who are renting, there's a situation where, okay, it may show that the city of Montgomery owned the property too, but there's a situation where it was going to be transferred. It's just like the city of Montgomery bought property from the housing authority so that it could be used, blah, blah, blah. It went around. There's some confusion there on who the actual owner of the property is. In this sense. So if we don't
in the interim,
we don't hold on. Here's what we said. We're saying we have a transfer of property that's going on. There are some people who are renting. That is one situation. Their rental is one situation.
Right, right.
The ownership of the property and who owns the property, that's another situation. So we don't have all of the information on what date, what took place, and what. But if you're renting, you pay month to month.
Yeah, either way it goes. Right.
Yeah,
but my thing was that where's the money going?
But I can't discuss it. In other words, the lady said that which they wrote the checks to the city.
Right.
Because, in other words, it was showing that the city of Montgomery owned the property. Okay. I'm not going to say because I don't know all of the details of that.
Well, they don't know all the details either. They don't know either.
The mayor assured them last night that they would get down to that. Now, that's not something for you and I to discuss on
Yes,
here.
it is. I'm a citizen.
But you don't have a look. I'm not going to discuss something.
Well, you don't have to.
Unless I know the information that is pertinent to the situation.
I know what they said.
And I don't want to give out inaccurate information.
I didn't give out anything.
I heard what the lady said.
I didn't give out anything inaccurate.
I heard what they said.
They said they were writing checks. Nobody has passed the check, and they want to know where the checks are.
Okay. Now, the mayor said last night
that they stepped on it and they're going to fix it.
We're talking about a complicated situation here. When we can't do it on the radio, and there'll be people who'll be giving things, well, the city is illegally doing this, doing that. No, that's not what happened. What happened is you have a transfer of property. The simple
somebody does own the property until it is officially transferred.
Right? There's a transfer,
but somebody owns it until it's transferred.
In the interim, what is?
But somebody owns it
because we're dealing with a municipality and a private individual nonprofit. Right. There's a situation where they will get it. And I don't think EJI or the city of Montgomery is trying to steal any money from these ladies. Okay, let's make this very clear. EJI. We're talking about two very large corporations, a nonprofit and municipality that are dealing with a situation of real profit. Now, there are two
but that shouldn't be the citizens' fault.
But there are two. No one's taking their money.
Nobody cashed the check, and that's fine.
But they're just, in other words, it really was the improper place to go to city council and say that because that is an administrative issue. The mayor told her it is not a city council issue. It is an administrative issue. That's right.
But my question
was, that was a city council.
My question was why we even rent the property if nobody owned it.
Hold on. You don't have it straight yet. They haven't collected any checks.
Well, the checks went someplace.
Look, you don't have all the information.
That's true.
You don't have all the information.
I gave all the information. I gave all the information they gave last night.
Which the mayor told them this was an administrative issue, and they will.
And he didn't say that. But I still wonder.
They need to go to the mayor, not city council.
But I still wonder how people who are in business give checks to somebody and nobody passes the check.
That's how. If you mail checks somewhere, right, and they're not mailed, and
first of all, should the city even be in the business of renting?
That's not the question. No, it isn't. You have the information.
They rented it to
no, they didn't say that's an administrative issue.
I don't care whose issue it is. The city should not
that is not what happened here.
They're renting property, right?
No.
Are they not?
That is not what happened. From my information, what you have is a transfer of property.
Again, are they renting? Somebody's renting these ladies.
These ladies were renting from someone.
And according to them, it was the city.
And then, no, hold on.
That's what they said last night.
It is an administrative issue that they need to discuss.
So if it is an administrative issue,
they may not even have to pay anything, Kevin.
And that would be the best way out of this. But if it's an
hold on.
You're not always right. You're not always right.
No, what I'm saying
if
is
it's an administrative issue, then the city is involved.
Hold on. Here's what I'm saying. Yes, that's correct. Okay. But it was put in front of city council.
Right.
And the mayor told them last night it's an administrative issue. So until they get it straight, so I'm not saying anything here that is going to be incorrect.
Well, you don't say anything. I do all the things.
So what you're saying is incorrect.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. They said they came in front of the city council. They made
That's what they thought.
They made it a public issue last night.
That's what they thought.
It ain't no fault. They said that they write the check to people and nobody's catching the check.
That was what they perceived.
And the city is
their perception is not necessarily reality.
Right. Here's a simple question I got. Should the city rent property?
That's not the question.
Somebody's renting it to them.
Nobody's cashing the check.
Okay. Well, somebody's renting it to them. They wrote a check to somebody.
They were paying checks.
Right.
But if no one's accepting the check, what's going on?
Here's one of our city councilmen.
Okay, thank you.
Now.
So now we'll see because
Councilman.
What was the transfer? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You know, listen, I only got about a minute. I only got about a minute left. Can I get you on the other side of the hour so you can help us out? About five, yeah. So call me back.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, because I don't have to smack this guy up here.
Please do.
Yeah. See you later. All right. All right. Well, call it back. We're talking about it. I hate to have some black on black crime up here this morning because you know, I was getting on my nerves, especially when I'm right all the time. Anyway. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Hopefully, we'll be joined by Councilman Orlando Mitchell, and maybe he can explain some of this so Donna will understand. We shall return. Uno momento.
So we'll see, because they voted to transfer the property or whatever the transaction, buy, sale, whatever it is. We'll see what the actual. Because I didn't see it. They don't have all the details on the agenda. It just says sale by. Sale Montgomery, Louisiana. It didn't say who was the purchase.
But it does mean that they've been paying the city money.
Hold on. They wanted the something. Well, they are.
Hey, you know, they can do it. Let them do it.
No word in his relation to the victim. But Florida passed northern Idaho, Oregon, and Washington State.
This is the worst I have personally seen, and since I've had my license, been able to travel around, it just looks like a
More than 6 inches of rain. And again, reproducing weather warming of the Let the hiring process work for you.
I mean, I think Whitney Houston, the London Ford, how would I build a family? Whitney was just phenomenal.
And made movies, made albums.
It was Swift, huh?
I don't really know that.
I don't get it. I don't like that. Well, that's just me. I mean, evidently, though, she got that.
She's popular. Just like I said, Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they're both popular. Beyonce has become a billionaire.
The expectations of entertainment in America is getting low.
I tell you what, I always listen to this way to higher. Remember that movie? I heard back is that at last.
Oh, Etta James.
Yeah. I feel like Etta James. Yeah, and better than Etta James. You know, when the president had her, you know Etta James. But we didn't really know that story based on real life. That wasn't a real story based on. What his name was that after shopping that at last. You know, there's a guy that sings I told about like Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, what's his name? Let me take you home or something.
Yeah. Take me to your place of residence. Yeah, take me to your place. To your place of residence. It reminds me of Marvin Gaye, you know, the kind of I think the scene without
that still sounds good.
But you know, you can turn the music off on that and that was like still sing sometimes.
When they don't come to hear them. It's just, it sucks. That's a little kid. No, if they're long, if they're kind of short, I'm good. All look like you look like an ape with your hair all out. I just, whoop. If you go to the barber shop, put our hair, then we turn around, we just plunge on it, doesn't look like anything else. I don't get it. Well, that's okay. I told my son, you can wear your hair any way you want. You want to wear your hair as long as you get all A's and a minimum of B. Now, anything else, you're going to look like you're in the army.
There you go. But, yeah, there you go. I mean, we were child, but you're talking about the club. Yeah. But I think some of them are cute.
Some of them are cute, but you watch that.
The program, yeah. I love it. Well, see, I don't have cable, so I go on Ion, which is on regular TV and on the internet thing, and they always have FBI, so I watch the new ones and the old ones.
I love the old FBI, Efton Simmons Jr.
That's real old. Yeah, but I'm talking about the new FBI.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's technical, you know. They be in the computer room, they have all these guys on the computer, and they have face recognition, and they go, "Oh, give me your over here." Man, you know what? Big Brother was watching this.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it.
He watching it here right now.
Yeah, like when you go over, but you go over there.
Yeah, how you doing?
You gotta flip that. Now the whole world is watching. You make a fool of yourself. You don't care.
When the rent come due, don't nobody pay for me.
Oh, okay.
When you buy a rent,
when you rent, you buy your paper.
And it's all pretty much the same thing.
Well, you know, you own nothing.
Exactly. You even own the house that you buy. So I don't even care.
As a matter of fact, that has not changed for over 2,000 years. How many of us have never owned nobility? That has maintained its thing. Those are there's only two individuals don't pay property tax. Nobility and the church. And that's true.
Oh yeah.
They don't pay property tax. They don't have to. There it is.
There we go. All right, good morning. Hope everybody finds everybody feeling well. And now, and there's hopefully we're going to be joined here by Mr. Randy Mitchell in a little bit here, so he knows he can explain some things that Donald says I don't quite understand. Of course, Donald don't think I understand anything, so that's okay. That's all right. You went to St. Jude, so you know. I mean,
if you do not have all of the information about it,
that don't stop the government from doing.
No, that's why I said we cannot have an intelligent discussion about it if you do not have information.
One of the most
who is the buyer and who is the seller.
One of the most
you can have that basic information.
Yes, it is.
Who is the buyer? Who is the seller?
EGI is the buyer.
No, it's a little bit more complicated.
Anyway, I don't right. I didn't really care about who bought it, who together. What I cared about is the lady said they were paying somebody and nobody transferred the check. Then the mayor apologized for the
in other words, what he told her is an administrative issue.
Right, which means that they are involved in the process
of the property.
Of the process, of the whether you will call it the property. Right, they are involved in it, and I asked the question: should the city be involved? That's my question. That's my question, not your question. That's my question. Should we be in the business of winning? Should the city be in the business?
So you can explain it a lot more complicated. Because you're oversimplifying it. You're going by what you heard.
At the end of the day, aren't most things very simple?
No.
They are. We make them complicated.
No.
Somebody has property. Somebody's paying for that property. The question is, who's paying for the property and who's their client? It's only complicated when we make it that way. We make it that way. But until it is transferred, somebody owns it.
Have you ever had a mortgage? I'm just asking the question. It requires an answer yes or no. Have you ever had a mortgage? How many papers do you sign?
A whole bunch of them.
All
right. I can't even remember.
So it's not simple.
Here's my good friend, city councilman last night that sat there and didn't abstain the rules or whatever that word y'all use over there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, the other big issue of the morning, when the ladies came in front of the city council last night and said that we were paying checks to somebody, but nobody cashed the checks yet, is the city the one they were paying the checks to? And should the city be involved in renting property? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Okay. So you agree with me then the city should not be in the process of renting. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Okay, so this is a serendipitous kind of event. Then it doesn't normally happen. It was just one of those things. Because in your mind, what would cause the city to buy property that somebody lives in anyway? Though. Okay, then I think I understand. Not really, but well, no, he wasn't right because the city was renting property to people, whether they lived in it when they got it or not. The city was in the renting property business, so that I didn't know about.
So the problem, he explained to you, the
Right,
problem
but
is
I
the
got it now.
ladies,
Yeah.
they didn't know what department to send the checks to. So that's
Right,
that's the problem
right,
with
I'm
the
with
people
you.
who owned it before,
Okay,
and the cooperation and the communication between the city, the people who owned it before, and the people who were paying the rent. So it wasn't a case where the city was charging people rent and they didn't know where the money was
right,
going.
right, but the money was these ladies were paying rent to somebody.
No, you're just writing checks.
Right, yeah.
You're paying to someone when you direct it to something. If you direct it to the city of Montgomery, no one knows where it's going.
Well, that's true too. One more thing. Last night, you guys had some conversation about when the trash, the leaves were going to be picked up. I kind of was kind of confused a little bit. What did
That's
they?
the bagging.
Right, right. So what's that all about?
Well, you didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Julie said, okay, so let me so I get a clear understanding. So bagging your leaves allows the city allows the citizens to be able for those things to go in back of the garbage truck or when they come down the street, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. I can understand garbage, but why in the world city involved in picking up leaves anyway? Tell them to burn them.
That didn't make any sense. I wouldn't even comment on that one.
But I don't see why we think about it anyway.
You can't even do that. That's illegal.
Well, I understand that part.
Can you imagine how smoky it would be from leaves?
Well,
you couldn't see Montgomery for leaves burning.
Okay, well, I guess, I mean, they just die and go back to the earth anyway, so just leave them on the ground. That's just me, though, you know. Okay. 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 Well,
thank you, sir.
One more thing. When is the our annual Camellia Bowl start? And do you have the VIP box for me?
You just said.
Okay, I got you.
Too much.
Okay, right up.
Too much information.
Hey, listen, I do appreciate that chair y'all got me last year that vibrated every time there was a touchdown. I appreciate that.
Too much information, Kevin.
Thank you, Councilman. I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate that. I'm good with that. Okay. 8:19 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Now he's gone. Sorry about that. Acumen. Yeah, that's what it is. I got you. Mm-hmm. Well, the RSA builds a building, right? In the city. Now they build it with the city, with the government in mind to get the money back for it. But RSA builds a building.
It's an investment of RSA. Yeah. Retirement Systems of Alabama builds those buildings and rents them to the state. That's an investment. And they also have buildings in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No,
it isn't.
No, it's the Retirement Systems of Alabama.
No, they're not state employees, no.
They're retired state employees and employees working. It's an investment for state retirement, and one of the best in the nation, as a matter of fact. I mean, you can make compost out of it.
What you gonna do with leaves?
You can make compost. I do it now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and I agree with what we should have is a company that does like Maxwell. Just Maxwell used to grind up all the leaves and bark off the trees, and they used to do it. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Our whole life. Yeah. But I believe even in the caveman days there was an intellectual there. He just did 2 grunts and everybody else did 1. Yeah, I think he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you got to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, appreciate it. Before we get back to anything, let's have a serious talk about something that's very serious
Oh,
today.
you weren't serious?
No, not like I am with this one.
Okay.
Let's have a serious talk.
Okay.
It's about a killer, and a killer whose name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real, recovery is real. So if you or your family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSANCADD.org. That's COSA NCAA, well, NCADD.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA 334-262-1629 and get the help you need. We'll be right back. Donald Jenkins with us on this Wednesday morning, the first Wednesday of the month. He's here the first and the third Wednesday. And as always, at least we're not lacking of a conversation. He's wrong at least 60% of the time, but sometimes he's right. So I give him a break. He was wrong this morning because I was right about that, what I said. And the councilman did say that the city was involved in renting. Okay.
And he told you they're not in the business.
No, they're not, but they're in on this one. And that's the only question I asked is why we got involved.
I think he clarified that there was a little confusion in there.
Yeah, there was.
Because the lease owner did not do his due diligence, and the people sent a check to the city. Not the particular department.
Probably was a Democrat.
What was a Democrat?
Whoever came up with that everything to get them all confused with the money to. The Democrat. The Republican was told how to do it.
The Democrat, who was a Republican or a Democrat who sold in the property?
Probably so. Didn't tell me what he put in.
So he was a Democrat.
I'm sure he was. I would bet you. I would bet you property.
I'd be surprised if it was a Democrat.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
You might be careful with that one.
It's downtown Montgomery, yeah.
There's a building down there.
Yeah. That's the main president girl name, yeah.
Democrat.
Oh, well. I bet. We'll be back after this. You have to get, let's say they were about to be right. Let's say they were about to be right. But I think Todd is a Republican. Yeah. That's true. Okay.
That's like most buildings now. You can a Democrat on the top. It doesn't matter to them. Fun. No,
so we both were right.
It's not a matter of if they say. In other words, Kevin, when I was telling you the information I heard you tonight, it was a transfer of property. And he specifically said, couldn't guess and say, well, they're sending money to the city. So the city and what department? If you write a check, you got a state law. Yeah. So if you write a check to the city of Montgomery, the clerk gets it. Where does it go? You get what I'm saying? So he clarified what I was thinking probably. If they didn't know who they were sending the check to, they just wrote a check to Montgomery.
Right.
And the city of Montgomery. It would have floated forever. For Ms. Blaylock, Just have a check here that goes. And they didn't know. And that's where that, and see, that was a, see, when we go to marriage, we should probably get checked out all the time. This thing,
I wouldn't have paid no rent.
Does it go?
I said, y'all not gonna do it.
No, well, see, because
In the midst of a transfer.
There's an investment property there. I know exactly where the property is. Okay, I'm just gonna go by the building, okay? But what we have is an investment property, because they knew the amount of generation, you say that you did 6 hotel, the hotel right down there, that's a big hotel. So her property is right there. It's been already up. So that's what that's going to be. Yeah, right that used to be the biscuits. They took that whole block of the parking lot and made that 6-story, a series of 6-story buildings. It had like 3 sides. It's huge contract. And they're building it real fast. And that EJI Freedom Center out there, man, it is going up so fast.
And I got it, and I appreciate it. But you know, my Lord, we spent a lot of time on the past.
Well, hold on, watch this now. That is the Freedom site. Now, who's doing that? They're doing that in conjunction with.
Well, everybody's trying to make a dollar.
They have that's the slavery, and because they have an actual box car out there.
And I know.
Have you seen it?
But let me ask you, at what point does this help the people that are alive right now trying to?
Hold on. This is an interpretation. At what point does this help the people right now for the all of that those monuments that the anti-defamation? They spent hundreds of millions of dollars on site.
And it doesn't help anybody.
No, but what it is, they're saying, this is what happened. And this is how it tell your story.
But they've been able to benefit from that. We don't benefit from all these monuments up.
No,
the Jewish people benefited from that.
Equal Justice Initiative is able to go to the Supreme Court without begging the most successful lawyer in the United States right now. One of the Supreme Court.
And I know that.
It costs $50,000 just to write the paperwork to qualify to see if you can get
which I think is wrong. Justice, it shouldn't be that way. That's
if you hear it go to the Supreme Court, those people are hundreds.
And we are back. Okay, I gotta remind you about our Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. We are looking to make at least between now and the 21st of the month, $65 more $100, $6,500. That's what we need. So all you have to do is you want to go to GoFundMe, you can do that. Go to GoFundMe and look for Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. We will continue that. Last 12 days, we only got like a couple people there. I mean, lose my job. Every year, at the end of the year, I didn't know if I'm coming back to work because I don't get my money. I don't come back to work. I'm going to do the job at the car wash or something. Hey, maybe I go to that restaurant I was at the other day and nobody came to see me for like 30 minutes. But I think they need some help. I think I run over there and work for them. It's one of the restaurants on the Northern Building Bar. What's the name of that place? It's the place where you eat it. Oh, I can't think of it. It used to be, you know what it is. You know, when you go get all the food you can eat and you sit down and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, I can't think of it. Think of it. I'll figure out later on. I know if I get unemployed. Helping Hands Neighbor Award help us out every year. We here at News Radio 1440, when I say we, that's me and you, we find people who are having a difficult time. These people cannot ask. They don't ask for anything. They don't know what's coming. We take collections up for them in behalf of them and for behalf of the people. And put it this way: if you know somebody needs a hand, and all you got $100 and they need five, well, if you give us that $100, you put that $100 in other somebody else's $100, somebody else's $100, somebody else's $100, and then we turn around and give those people the money. So if everybody gives a little bit, we can help a lot. Okay? I realize it's hard on everybody. Right now, it's hard. I mean, rent going up, food going up, car note going up, everything going up but my check. I realize it. I realize that. Mine too. But I'm not just asking you guys to do this. I actually put my own money in this thing also. And me and my friend Randy, on the 22nd or the 23rd, I think it'll be the 22nd, I think we're going to go out and pass out money to people. They won't know we're coming because you can't, if you put, and you can send us a letter. Anybody, I can't guarantee everybody's going to get everybody's going to get something. But I can tell you right now, somebody will. And what you do, you can send it's got to be a letter though. No emails, got to be a letter. You can bring it up here, you can type it on your computer, what you want to do with it. We bring it up here and we put it, I'm beginning to get letters now, so I got a couple. What we do is on the 22nd, we're going to go out, go to that person's house. They don't have a clue we come. We're going to sit there with them. We'll sit there, knock on the door. First, they'll probably think we're there to rob them or something, but we won't be. and we'll give them their award. We get a certificate that goes with it, with their award. Anyway, it's Thanksgiving for letting us help them. But these are people who normally won't ask. Okay, and then I find people sometimes that are really in dire straits. Sometimes it makes me cry. But it gives you an opportunity to help somebody you don't know, and it gives you an opportunity to help somebody you do know without making them sick. Because older people and people who are proud, they really know. And John Cena. Yeah. But if we find out that Donald Keaton don't do the dinner, we'll go over there and help him out. I don't think it's it. To help with the money. So anyway, so that's what we do. So we asking you guys to help us out. We need $6,500 between now and the 20th of the month. There's one way to do it. You go to Service First Bank and donate to them. And Service First Bank, look for the Help Your Hand account. They all know me downstairs, right downtown. Or you can go to GoFundMe and you can donate a little money there, or you can send a check and the GoFundMe account is helping them get the award. And you can go to the check up here at 1 Street, Montgomery, Alabama, 36104 200 for the kitchen Kevin Elkins, EOKINS is the name. And if don't go in my pocket, I know I got you thinking about the new car I started. Listen, good credit is a good thing to have, right? It used to be a good thing to have. Now good credit just helps to get more debt. I'm not buying no more cars. It's over. If I could, I'd be buried in that car, and that's probably going to be my last car anyway. So, yeah. Let somebody ride. Let somebody ride in it. Don't put it up a bunch of dirt. Right? Anyway, so I remember give us a hand. We appreciate it. You can text me 334-241-9998. I'll come pick up the money. So if you guys in the office get together and take a little collection for Helping Hands, I'd appreciate it. And call me and I'll come pick up the envelope or whatever. I'll bring my own envelope, whatever it does. Okay, help us out. And what we will do is we will film this on the 22nd and we'll put it on our Facebook page, on Helping Hands Facebook page, and show you what you have done for people that you don't even know. We appreciate that. Okay? So give us a call. Helping Hands, you go to GoFundMe, and then at the Helping Hands Major Award. That's what you put now. Okay. Right now it's been 12 days, and I got. Okay then. Hey, and I appreciate it. It's $5. You know, 1,000 people give $5. That's $5. I think it is. You get $5. Yeah, okay. 1,000 people give $5. Yes, that's $5. I'm not very good at math. You know, I just know what it is. Anyway, 860-1414. Remember, you want to get in one time. If you cannot mail it, you can bring it up here and bring it onto the third floor and ring the doorbell. The doorbell's not ringing, just put it under the door. Let's go to the phone and see who we got here. Who's this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Well, listen, I hope one of them are listening. I think it's a good idea. I don't know about giving you a discount on your sanitation bill, but I would say maybe give you some free biscuits tickets or something like that. But give people incentive to buy which would be an economic boost for people go get rid of these old lawnmowers that got go get one of them mulches. I got one of them mulches. It's pretty nice too. A Z is really nice. It does. So it will be back in leaves. So we just cut them and let them go right back into the ground. Come on, who's this? Yes. Yeah. What's that for? What's that? No, I just took the gold down, bro. That's up to me. That's between me and them. Not you, bro. Yeah. What now? I don't know what they charge. I think they charge. I think they charge maybe 2% or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Are you giving anything? Well, you complain all the time. You whine, moan, and groan all the time. Are you going to help us? Because I mean, but if you're not going to help, hey, listen. It's always good to talk to you. I'm lying. What is it? Lie. I'll tell you this. Never seen one guy whine so much. That man he must be some Viagra or something. Because because he's a miserable. I got a friend that's just a neurologist. He can probably get you some of that stuff. 14. Like, I'm just saying you might need some help with that. Anyway, so man, what you got up for Christmas anyway?
Christmas.
Yeah. You got a plan? Go anywhere? Go do anything?
No, I'm going to take I am glad to be alive.
Well, yeah.
You know, that's a blessing. It's a blessing. You know, I think every day is Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, every day is Christmas.
Because when you get a certain age, ain't nothing you need.
Well, if you prepared for it.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ever think I'd say that. But
there are things we want.
Yeah, things we want. Yeah, want.
And then I think it has turned into a holiday more of where people have a burden. Oh, I've got to give gifts to someone.
Yeah, and that's why it's one of the most lonesomest times of the year because everybody thinks they but sometimes you just the helping hands help you give when you can't give. I'm just saying you might want to put something. Good morning. Who's this? What? Okay, don't call me back no more. And your answer a week. Okay, don't more about you. Oh, that's about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, they walk down the street. I mean, it was in the Bible. It's not vulgar.
Not that vulgar. Okay, I apologize. The kids are in school. Come on, who's this? Yes. Good, good. That's too cold. It gets colder in South Bend this time of the week, but we ain't even going. But I may go this summer. I live in that happen. Yeah, it's too cold up there. You going up? Yeah, yeah. No change for the tires and all that stuff going up there, and salt on your road. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We need a sugar tax. We need a candy tax, a soda tax, and all that stuff. Because I be buying them soda, not as much. I mean, yeah, cigarettes already taxed. A beer tax. Yeah, nickel on each soda pop. We can make one. Yeah. Now some people right now just some people saying
So then all a person would do is just go to Prattville and buy that same appliance.
we can make it a state law.
You just go to Prattville and buy it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Well, my whole point in making that statement is whenever a municipality makes it cost more for a consumer on a particular item just in that location, that means people will go to another location. Because it's just as fast for me to go to Prattville as it is for me to go to Eastchester.
Faster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Now you started out at the city of Montgomery. We have a problem. All of the state does not have the problem that Montgomery has.
We're part of the state that don't have a problem with that.
Mountain Boy.
They got problems.
They don't have the same problems we have.
They don't say that, but they got problems.
We're talking about garbage right now.
Okay. It ain't as big as Montgomery, though. Not as big as Montgomery, right?
But that's part of the state.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost one night I did almost that. I did. Somebody tried to put me in it, but yeah, we good. But we also put more plastic into the environment that we really don't need to put there. Yeah. I say mulch them. Yeah, mulch them up. Right. And I don't never pick up leaves. I wouldn't make Z get up. I said, you get up leaves like getting a haircut. Every time you get your haircut, you just waiting for the next one. Every time you pick up leaves, they're going to fall right back down. Mulch the things. Absolutely. And how about that? If somebody's ugly ass dog happens to come in your yard and drop their business, you can mulch that right up with the leaves. And you don't have to step all on it. But, yeah. Yeah. Deer? What's dinner? Well, can't you just shoot them? Well, they shoot them everywhere else. So you can't shoot the deer? Oh, it's a doe. What? So what's a doe? Oh, female chickens don't. Hmm. Okay. All I'm saying is that at least give the deer, whatever you call it, a chance to get away. Shoot one shot in the sky if it don't leave, then pop. All right. Yeah. I never. Have you ever tasted deer? Have you ever tasted it? Okay, I never had it. Appreciate it. I just hate shooting the poor deer when he's sitting there trying to get something to eat, without any beknownst to him. You pop a cap at him. Give the guy a chance to run first. We'll be back. Now, the pig is the only thing I would have a good time shooting, especially them feral pigs. They try to hurt you. We'll be back. I guess they figured it hurt them. So, we'll be back.
You ever had deer?
I've been wondering what it tastes like.
It's very, I'm supposed to have your resources. A friend of mine who comes.
Does it taste like beef or chicken? I just got to ask.
I mean, you know what? If you make your burgers, you can sell what the pork is. Yeah. It's lower in cholesterol.
I thought there's other meat in that sausage, turkey sauce. Is that it?
Turkey meat. With that. I don't get the ground stuff.
That costs $100.
Hamburger, man, I looked at a pack of hamburgers was like $20. The hamburger, it's sliced, patties.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
Charge it up to slices.
But
that's right.
See, hamburger. I used to work at Dixon's Warehouse. We had the meat fabrication factory, and I worked in hamburger.
Meat fabrication.
Yes, fabric. Meat fabrication. That's where they take the quarters of a cow and put it into portions that goes to the store that they turn into steak. The leftover meat and they import snake meat, that's the leg, that's the toughest part of the cow. The leg, they cut that off separate and grind that up with scraps of meat and make hamburger. Hamburger scrap meat is fat. You have to have a 30%, like 35% fat to be legally called hamburger.
Oh, okay.
And you see, if you just ground it up with more fat, then it would not be called sausage. Sausage is like a hard food. And it has a tight butt. What we used to do was the only difference between hamburger and beef sausage is that we took seasoning. That was the only difference. Because it was 35% fat. Because beef sausage is less fat. All it is hamburger. There's fat added to it. Fat carries flavor.
Yeah.
But if you have a cut of meat that already has a flavor, like chuck, you can just ground the chuck up, fat and all. That's the way to economically eat chuck. More expensive, but it's not that much. Yeah, I tell you what place you do like Walmart, they have it chuck, round, hamburger lined up. None of it. 99 cents a pack. 99 cents a pound.
I've been reintroduced to spam lately.
Yeah. I'm going to. I don't eat that much, so that I'm not. You know what the cheapest thing to buy?
Ramen noodles.
No. The cheapest thing to buy is fresh fruits and vegetables. Those are cheap products.
You need protein. That's going to come.
Yes, you can get protein. You can get vegetable protein.
And then somebody tell me eating bananas is not the best way to get anything either.
No, I told you that.
Potassium. Potassium. No. I read that monkeys should not be eating bananas. That's what they say. But for years, we didn't see monkeys eating bananas on TV.
Chimpanzees is a thousand. People call it monkeys. A monkey and a chimpanzee.
Hey, but a white man.
Chimpanzees are related to gorillas.
Okay. a white man going through the jungle with a diaper on, hanging on.
Oh, fiction.
I know that's called Superman real.
That is about as fictional as you can.
And
everything, it was entertaining, and that was so fictional. Man, do you believe that any tribe in Africa would be once scared of one white man?
I don't think so.
There is no such thing as any tribe in Africa that has ever been scared of one white man.
Yeah, I don't believe that was.
Yeah, that was fictional. Yeah. See, white people and then people believed it.
Yeah.
I believe when I was there. Yeah, I met African. I met Africans for really plant food. Your Americans don't believe anything. You don't think what tribe in Africa? One white man.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this time of year. 860-1440. Let me take one more call, I guess, here. Hours just go by sometimes when you're having fun. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, appreciate it. All right then. Yeah, good. No, Donald, appreciate you showing up. You getting up early in the morning. It's cold outside.
It's nice to come here and get a perspective on.
On a personal note, this is going to be your first.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, this time last year, she was basically uncomfortable. Like Christmas, we had her memorial service. That's okay, but she's in a better place. You know what? She had a good life. Those who knew my mother knew that she had a Department of Corrections, and there are a lot of people out there who have been in adoption, in foster care, really appreciated the foster care, the class in foster care and adoption.
Yeah.
Good
morning, who's this? Hey, nobody. Good morning, who's this? Okay, I hear you. Okay. All right then. Well, this time of morning, people still kind of go crazy.
No, it's just something.
Yeah, just something. Tomorrow, of course, is Catholic Thursday, and we're going to talk to my Catholic friends about our show. I see what's on their mind. You know, you went wayward from the faith.
Yeah. I just don't.
Good morning. Who's this? That's you. Good morning. Okay. Then, but I'm not going to answer or call to be away from time.
I'm just not a fan of because I don't. No, I do that. I'm not breaking. Right. I'm here for you. And for the Creator, He has put me.
But he also said,
but I don't have to go to church.
No, you don't. You don't have to go to the building.
There's so much pretension in there, and I don't want to say that now. I really feel bad when I go to church because there's so much pretension.
But if you're there for the right reason,
it does matter. If I'm around all this, because then I'm looking at all this.
Maybe you can make a difference.
No, you can.
But you can't.
People are going to look. If people believe what they believe,
no, it's not about what you get, but what they see.
I can believe what I believe without going into a building. Okay.
Well, what if other people need to see you? What if you can encourage other people?
I show them by my action. The church that they see, there are a lot of people that assume that I go to church because they see the way I am. But I don't. You don't have to go to church to be a good person and be a good example to other people.
But that same Catholic faith says, don't forget the assembly. Well, paraphrase it. Get together with other believers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not have to believe the same thing. I'm not being in church to believe the same thing. Believe in seeing other people.
I'm breaking my thing. Yeah, you got 10 seconds. Morning. Yeah. What is he? That's on 2-bit day. Yeah, he come around once a year. Okay then.
All righty then.